I've got customers to support, relatives, friends who may be having a challenge with the cancer. So now, one of the keys to building wealth is solving problems. That is one of the keys to building considerable amount of wealth. So I'm going to go through a session called income producing activities. Those are the activities that you get involved in to make sure that your customers get the products and they also get the right information about not only the products, but about the business model that we use. So without further ado, I'm going to share the screen with you. All right, so what we want to discuss now is income producing activities. What are those things we do to make our business grow? If you give me a moment, I want to share this. All right, so what are income producing activities? Income producing activities are the things we do to grow our business. And the reason why we need to really master and get these things in our mind, in our hearts, and in our activity is because they are the basis of building a successful neo-life business. There are basically three things we do to grow our business. One is using the products. If we don't use the products, our business won't grow. It's a very simple thing. Two is retailing products. That simply means we recommend products to people who are not in the business, and we retail products to them specifically to help them solve their problems. Number three is prospecting and inviting people to look at the business model so that we can grow our business. Let's start with using the products. Let's go back a bit. Using the products. One of the first things we do when you start this business, whichever market you are in, products always accompany the business kit. For example, you've got a 3NN kit, you get two 3NN bottles of 60 capsules each. If you've got a healthy home kit, you have ProVitality cleaning products. If you've got a ProVitality kit, you get a ProVitality kit. So the first thing you need to do is use the products. There are a number of reasons for the need to use the products. Number one is so that you can experience the products yourself and you can talk to your customers about your own experience. There's nothing that sells products like your own personal experience. I remember when Betty and I started the business, our business kit had LDC, had Super 10, had Formula 4, had aloe vera gel, I think, and NutriShake. So it was a very nicely packaged kit. And we started by using the products ourselves. And out of our own experience, we discovered the benefit of using the products. I remember, in fact, when we started and we were using LDC, we replaced 5 other different products from the retail shops or supermarket that we were using in our house that we didn't need to use. We just replaced them with LDC. So the first thing is using the product. The other reason why you need to use the products is the people you speak to want to know that you actually use and love what you are recommending to them. And the last thing is you're supporting your business. Remember, whether you join this business or not, at the end of the month, you go and buy soap. You go and buy supplements. You go and buy skincare products. Different things that you need to buy anyway. So what we are saying is this. When you start the business, support your own business. Redirect where you're spending your money and spend money in your business. It's a very simple idea, okay? That's using the product. The second thing we need to do is retailing products. You know, I have met very many people in our business who say that they're not good in selling. But what they don't realize is that every single day they are selling something. Either they are selling an idea, they are selling their services, they are selling a product. I mean, those of you who are attending this presentation and you're married, you successfully sold yourself to your spouse and they bought you as a person. Okay? So it's important to understand that we are selling something every day. You're selling an idea. For example, you're trying to convince your boss to do an activity in a different way. We are always selling something to somebody on a daily basis. All right. So, what are the two important things to know how to retail products to customers? The first one is you need to have product knowledge. All right. I think Betty has done a fantastic session there on the cancer care, that if you're taking notes, you would find that there are very, very many people who actually need our products. We just need to go to the next thing, which is listening. When you have product knowledge, it's easy to recommend products to people because you link our products and the needs they have. Listening is a skill that you can develop, and the more you develop the skill of listening, the more you're going to help people solve their problems and the more money you're going to make. Okay, so three things about retailing products. You need to have product knowledge and then listen to your customers' needs. Sometimes you need to be listening for what they're actually not saying. How do you do that? Watch for body language, watch for facial expressions, look at them. How does their skin look? Is their energy level low? Is their energy level high? Just by watching and observing them, you're going to pick up something about them that they haven't actually verbalized. So listen carefully to what they're saying and also what they are not saying. And then number three, you need to have good customer relationships. It's very important to have good relationship with your customer, because when a customer wants to buy, their method of decision making is always built on how they felt when they spent money the last time. If you give them excellent customer service, guess who they're going to think about when they want to spend money in that direction? They're going to think about you. So build good customer relationship. Find out about their families, find out about their birth dates, find out information about them that you can actually link to your discussion. And even when you're not selling them the product, send them a note, find out how they're doing. During their birthday, send them a birthday wish. That improves the relationship with your customers. Now, to go briefly through some of the things I would recommend if you want to build a good customer base. Number one, the home care. Every single home need a cleaning product. Every single home. Okay, and sometimes we easily neglect selling our cleaning products. LDC is a multi-purpose light duty cleaner. We use it in our home for washing dishes, for cleaning the bathroom. We use it. I use it to wash my car. I use it to shave. I use it to shower. We use it to wash the floor. All these things, LDC can be used. Super 10 is used for heavy duty cleaning. When you have a stain or you have something that is very difficult to remove the stain, use LDC. Okay, LDC is mixed 1 to 10. Sorry, my apologies. Super 10 is mixed 1 to 10. LDC is mixed 1 to 5. And then if you want something for disinfectant, use Care Solution. Then going to the health products. And in South Africa, there are about 3 million people with diabetes. The figures in Kenya, I am not sure, or Tanzania or Nigeria, but I am sure that there are very, very many people in this market who have diabetes because of their eating habits of people in these countries. We eat too much refined carbohydrates, we take a lot of sugar, we don't eat enough fruits and vegetables, and because of our lifestyle, diabetes is on the rise. So if you get to just 2 customers with diabetes and you help them to solve their problem, Botanical Balance, Tree and N, very good products for diabetes. High blood pressure, garlic, omega-3 lipotropic agent. Ulcers, aloe vera plus chelated zinc. Arthritis, Calmag, omega-3, and full motion. The prostate challenge, Cruciferous plus. So If you have knowledge of these products and you listen to people, it is quite easy for you to start developing a very good customer base. All right. And then what is the next thing? The next thing is building the business. So step number one, the first income producing activities is using the products yourself. Number two, when you use the product, you save, and you also you are generating bonus for yourself. If you retail products, you're getting PV, which you're going to be paid for at the end of the month. You're getting retail profit from your customers. The third income producing activities, which I would recommend you spend 80% of your effort, is prospecting to build a team. What does that mean? That you're going to share this idea with different people so that you can use the product and they can also use the product, and you build an organization. Step number one, prospect list. You need to have a prospect list. Yesterday, I was listening to Eric Warren. He said, if you really want to build this business, all of you, most of you, I think, are attending this meeting using your phone. If you tell me you don't know people, go to your contact list. Most people have at least 200 or 300 people on the contact list. Take a pen, write and a notebook, write down everybody in your contact list from your phone. Whether you've told them before about the business and said no, whether you like them or not, whether they're irritating to you, whether, as long as they're on your list, write their names from their contact list on the phone. Speak to your relatives. If you've got a family, ask your family members, please give me names of 5 people you know. I want to speak to them about the business. The idea is to write a long list, a very long list. You may not speak to everybody, but at least write the names on the list and then share the business with them. I have found that one of the most effective ways to share the business is to ask a qualifying question. That takes me to step number 2, inviting. Inviting simply means you get to know somebody, ask them the question, the leading qualifying question. After you've known them for a while, say, by the way, I'm running a business. Would you open to look at a way to generate additional income? If the answer is yes, if you're not with them, tell them, okay, I'm going to send you a short presentation that introduces the idea. If I send to you now, will you watch it? Use that language. If I, would you? If I, would you? If I send you this presentation, would you watch it? When do you think you can watch it? So if I call you tomorrow at this time, you'll have watched it. You need to ask them to commit to watching at least 3 times. The first is, if I send you this presentation, would you watch it? That's the first time. The next is, so if I send you this presentation, you'll have watched it by, let me say, 8 o'clock. Then you ask them, okay, so 8 o'clock tomorrow, I'm going to call you to discuss what you think about the business. Okay, that is inviting. Once you've invited the person, the next thing is showing the plan. There are various ways to show the plan. The first one is one-on-one, or you invite them for a Zoom presentation, for example, the one your leaders organize, or the ones we have every Monday, or you go for a physical meeting where somebody who is experienced explains the business idea. So showing the plan is very important. Once you've shown the plan, if you have a physical meeting, you need to ask your prospect to make a decision. 4 questions. First question, did the business make sense? Okay. Next question, what did you like most about the business? Is it the products or the business, or a little bit of both? Third question, you see yourself getting, okay, the first 2 questions, if they say yes, then you go to the next question. For example, if you ask the person, did the business make sense? And they said, no, it didn't make sense. Then you exclaim, okay, what part of it did not make sense? Is it the product side or the business model? If they say no, the business model, then you explain what the business model is. A simple idea. We use the products, we recommend it to our friends, but we also build a team to promote the same products. That's a business model. If they say yes, okay, now I understand. Then next question, what did you like most about the presentation? It's very important not to ask them what they think. Ask them what they liked, because you want to direct their mind for positivity. Okay? And then once you've shown the plan, you need to give it a close. Once they say yes to the first three questions, yes, it made sense. I like the business model. I think I can get involved. Then ask them, okay, when do you want to pay? This is application form. It's very important to ask them to make a decision. If they say they want to think about it, say, okay, what aspect of the business presentation do you want to think about? Okay. If they say no, well, let me think about it. Said, okay, can I call you tomorrow at this time? Once they say they want to think about it, you are the one who needs to direct them when you're going to call. Don't give, if you allow them to say, okay, let me think about it, I'll call you back. Most people don't call back. You're the one who needs to tell them, okay, I will call you this time tomorrow to discuss further how to get for you to get started. That leads to follow-up. Follow-up is very important because most people, the average person doesn't decide to join the business almost 5 or 6 or 7 times watching the presentation before they make a decision. So you need to be patient with them. You need to be patient with yourself. And that means you need to have a funnel or a number of people you're speaking to at any one time, because all of them are not going to decide at the same time. Few may decide very quickly, yes, I want to do the business. Some will decide 3 or 4 times afterward. Some will say 5 times, 6 times. Some will even decide a year after you show them the business. So you need to be patient with yourself and with your prospect. So then the last thing we do is self-care. You need to have personal development. Okay? You can only help others if you are healthy and well. What does that mean? That you need to be physically healthy. 3 things: diet, exercise, and rest. And rest includes sleep. You need to have good health. Your mind needs to be sharp. You need to exercise so that when people see you, your physical health is actually a sales it's a sales thing. It's what is going to attract people. For if you look like this using the products, people say, okay, the products work. But if you feel tired a lot of time, you don't dress well, you haven't rested, people will wonder, this guy is recommending health products, but he doesn't look very well. Okay, so physical health, mental health, resolve matters, pay attention to immediate family, reading good books. This is very important because your thoughts will create habits, and those habits are the ones that lead to success. You need to have business goals, financial goals, have good friends, at least 5 good friends. Okay? And then the last thing I want to share with you is mindset. What is mindset? The mind is a spiritual faculty that uses the brain to function. The brain is a physical element. The mind is a spiritual part. Your brain and your mind are different things. Okay? The mind uses the brain to function. Now, when we talk about a mindset, what do we mean? A mindset simply means the thought patterns that we have, activity and our thought process. So when you talk about a mindset, we are thinking about the thoughts that continuously are dominant in our mind. What I would like to recommend to all of you, me included, is take some time every day and examine your mind, examine your thought patterns. What has been the most dominant thought during? It's very easy not to pay attention to your thoughts. It's very easy. But if you want to succeed, you need to pay attention to your thought patterns. What is the dominant thought patterns that you have? That is the first step of having the right mindset. Once you've unveiled, in fact, a very simple way to know what your thought pattern is, look at your activity. Do you always see mistakes in society, in life? Do you always find challenges? Do you always look at problems? That gives you an indication of what your mindset is. Okay, so examine your mind. Number two, if you don't like what you see, if you have a tendency to negativity, then the next thing is to change your mindset. How do you change your mindset? Number one, read good books. Because everything you read creates a thought in your mind. And the more you repeat good thoughts, the more good thoughts are imprinted in your mind and your subconscious mind, eventually in your subconscious mind. Three, keep company with good people. Ladies and gentlemen, it is so important to surround yourself with good people, because you will never rise above the 5 people you keep company with. If you want to succeed, look around you, the 5 people you keep company with, what level have they reached? If they're not successful, trust me, you will not rise above them. If you want success, look for 5 people, or 3 or 4 people who already achieved what you want. Just keep company with them. You will find out they're doing things that you are not doing that leads them to success. Okay, so examine your thoughts, read good books, surround yourself with positive people, listen to good tapes, and then deliberately write your goals and read them every day. That creates for you the right mindset to become successful. Write your goals, and something else I would really recommend. In fact, a friend of mine sent me a short video that really Caroline in Italy. She sent me a short video, and this guy asked somebody, if I gave you $1 million now, would you be excited? He said, yeah, I would be very excited. Give me $1 million anytime. Then he asked him the next question. All right, if I give you 2 choices, I give you $1 million and tomorrow you don't wake up, or you have the choice of waking up and you don't get the $1 million. Man said, no, don't give me the $1 million with the condition that I don't wake up. I don't need $1 million when I'm dead. And that simply shows that we don't think carefully about what we value. And one of the greatest things you can develop in your life and your attitude is the attitude of gratitude. Saying thank you for what you have instead of complaining about what you don't have. An attitude of gratitude simply means that you're thankful for what you have, and therefore you're open to receive more. If you're not thankful for what you have, why would you get more? In fact, your mental state is not ready to receive more because you're not even thankful for what you have. So develop an attitude of gratitude. Write at least 10 things that you're grateful for. Read it every day. What I found very useful for me is to actually write those things down daily. I've got a specific notebook. It's called my gratitudes book. I write 10 things. I write 13 things that I'm grateful for, both what I have and what I am expecting to receive. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you very much for spending this evening with Betty and myself to share with you our excitement about this business,